It all started with 2 DNA results and an unbreakable, sisterly bond was formed. Make sure to like and subscribe to come along on our journey together.
Dog had to just ruin the mood.
Oh, I mean, that really did scare me when I Googled it but she just licked the foam off the top.
Yeah, I looked at the picture and like what was in the glass, and she just took I had like the little whipped cream on top.
Yeah. Was she on the table?
Yeah, she jumped up on the table. I went in the room for like 2 seconds and I heard her like cough and I was like, shoot, like I knew it's fine.
She was licking the whipped cream.
Yeah.
Is she okay?
She's running around right now. We'll see. I look a mess. Can we start over?
I think.
I can't hear you now. You disappeared. Your audio went out. Shoot. Hi.
Hello. So I am Angelica, and that is my beautiful sister Melissa, and we are doing our weekly check-in for the Daily Grind Planner. You said you don't think you checked off a single thing.
Huh?
You don't think you checked off a single thing?
No.
Okay, let me just dive in with my weekly update then. I started using it sort of as like a journal more than anything, and it's funny because in the beginning I was scared to even write in it, and now it's like a jumbly like diary basically. And
I
so
love that.
I just write everything, like try not to swear so much, and then like I write like all of my ideas for like upcoming like OnlyFans videos and like YouTubes, and I've just been like using it as kind of like a diary. And then like this day I had a migraine. I did work out, but it's like I think the cool thing about it is that like even if there were days that were really bad, I think just like keeping track of it really like has been helping me kind of see like my patterns and like where I mess up the most, and when I do really well, and it just like kind of helps me stay accountable, I guess, because I think that's how you make changes, right? I don't know.
No, I agree. And I did do a few things looking at it now.
But this day, like May 5th, how was this day? I had a migraine from like 7 a.m. until 2 p.m.
That's very specific. That's good.
Then I know, right? Then I did my eyelashes. Then I like edited and uploaded a video. And that's also the day that we bleached my hair and I went bald.
Video on YouTube.
I would say that this has been a crazy week in the sense that like I uploaded my first YouTube videos. I worked out at least twice. I did do my hot blanket. I got back to working on Flirt for Free. I got back to kind of uploading on my OnlyFans. And I kind of started getting into like posting on like Reels, and I just made a TikTok. But I also, shaved my head, drank 2 bottles of wine because I had a bad day at work, and called my ex, my toxic ex.
What an eventful week.
It's been a crazy week. I'm like back to wigs again.
And you're gorgeous.
You're gorgeous. But you did work this week, right?
This week, I will say, I kind of felt lost. Like, I didn't know, I would like look at my goals and be like, is this really like, did I just write this because it sounded good, or is this something that I can really like see myself accomplishing?
Yeah.
So from there, I kind of just like made preparations. I've been prepping to like, have a good week, like,
yeah,
I have enough stuff for work that I can just go in and work, and I don't have to like, I guess off topic, I guess what I've been figuring out is that it's never going to be perfect.
Yeah.
And if I keep like waiting for that perfect moment and waiting for like that perfect day, then it's just never going to happen. So, I think this week it kind of just like going through like, okay, these are like the goals that I want. Like I have them highlighted. They're ready to go.
Really cute. Do you want to read them?
It's just like close all my rings every day on my watch. Work out 5 days a week. Keep up with my skincare and supplements. Read a chapter a day and meditate. Grocery shop and meal prep. Dishes in the PM. Dishes in the evening. Vacuum during the day, and 1 load of laundry a day. Like simple stuff.
I love that.
Walk the dogs. Work 8 hours in 4-hour increments. For eBay, get 20 listings a day. Etsy, 2 listings a day. And to stop working at 5 p.m. and to be present.
Oh, that's a really cool one, like with family.
Yeah, because I feel like when I'm not on schedule, I'm kind of just like always in work mode in some sort, you know, and it's just like that's not very productive. Like, if I just like waste hours during the day and then at night I have to work because I messed around and watched too many TikToks or something.
Yeah.
So I guess like this week I've really kind of been watching myself and my behavior and like what I do, and I'm able to kind of like it kind of put like a focus on my areas that I need to improve.
Yeah.
Like for the weekend, you know, I literally just sat on the couch and watched movies and ate an entire cake. So going forward, when I complain about my weight gain, I'd like to look back at this video and be like, well, Melissa, you sat on the couch for an entire weekend and ate a whole cake. I mean,
yeah. Well, I do think that could be counted as family time though, because like you guys all went shopping together.
Yeah, yesterday.
Like, and some of the best moments you share with your family are when you're doing nothing and just relaxing and hanging out with each other. But
and I probably wouldn't have done that if it wasn't for the if it wasn't for the planner, because it kind of made me like be a little bit more mindful of my time. So I made sure that I had like some family time.
I love that. And I think like it sounds like, you know, we both effed up a little bit. Like I far from met all of my goals, but I think in kind of like using it to like just kind of journal and like jot down, if you forget to like write out the whole thing every day, I would just kind of like jot in like a little bit of what I did each day. And so just kind of keeps you mindful, you know.
I really enjoy the time in the morning. Just kind of going over the previous day and mapping out how I want my day to go. Kind of having like direction and not just kind of winging it.
Yeah, and
I really like that.
I like that too. I like having a plan, and I think what this journal has kind of reinstilled back in me is like when I was younger, I was a really big journaler. Like I had a journal always, I had a diary, I would write in it all the time. And it wasn't until I started getting like punished because my parents would read it, or like somebody in the group home would steal it, like a staff member, and then I'd get like grounded for something that they read in my diary, or like I'd get in trouble for it. Yeah. So I stopped journaling. And I think like I really do think my mental health has suffered from like not journaling as often as I was, because it's a really powerful outlet. And so
excuse me.
No, oh my God, I love your microphone, by the way. So just kind of like writing. Like I think it's been really good for me, and also in terms of just being mindful of like where I want to be, but also realizing that, like you said, like there's no perfect moment, and you're gonna F up, and you're gonna resort to like old habits. Like I did something super self-sabotaging, but I think being able to like reflect back on it and kind of seeing why I did it through just kind of like keeping an eye on where I want to be, where I am, and like where I've kind of been, you know? Because I mean, creating new habits and creating a new version of yourself is like really hard. So like the first planner is probably going to be like just a disgusting disaster almost. You know what I mean? Like, like, you know?
Well, I mean, like right now, I can't figure out where my camera's supposed to go.
You look beautiful. I like it. Like
when I look at you, I'm looking off.
I do the same thing, but I don't really think anybody cares. How's your drink?
Bittersweet, I suppose. I'm mad at myself for drinking it.
Why are you mad?
That dog. Now I'm like, it's fine.
Oh. But she's okay. And she just got the whipped cream, right?
Yeah. What did you have?
I had a oat milk triple espresso light whipped strawberry cream frap.
Sounds amazing.
It's the most amazing Starbucks drink.
I had a white mocha with raspberry yesterday. Oh.
I've never had that one.
So good. That's like one of the first coffee drinks I started on. So it's kind of nostalgic.
I love that. I'm gonna have to try that the next time I go there, and I'm gonna put coffee in it.
Yeah, it's just like a white mocha with a couple pumps of raspberry. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I'm gonna figure this out. Bear with me.
Oh, but like the camera, I liked it when it was like zoomed in on your face.
I don't know what I did.
Really pretty.
I don't know what I did.
I love your eyelashes.
I look them. It's fine. We'll just spend the entire show me. I prepped beforehand. I swear I did. Oh, sorry, that was rude.
Oh my God, I told you yesterday I got stung by a bee, right?
No, you didn't.
Wait, it wasn't this foot. It was this foot. I got stung by a bee right here, and for the first time in my life, it didn't swell up like the Dickens.
Wow.
I was like down by the pool feeling myself, like making videos, trying to like take some pictures. And then I felt this like sting. And because I wasn't paying attention, I kind of like kicked my foot with like my other foot. Mm-hmm. And it stung even more. And so then I like looked down and there's like a bee on the ground, like in the concrete. And I felt so bad because I must have like whacked it. And I'd gotten stung, but I like didn't. It's the first time in my whole life I've never like blown up like a balloon.
So you stepped on a bee?
Yeah.
No? Did you miss the reference there?
What do you, wait,
Is my acting not on par?
Did you step on a bee?
No, on the Amber Heard trial, the Johnny Depp.
Wait, what is the face she made?
And he stepped on the bee. We can cut that out. Sorry.
No, you always like cut the most interesting shit. Like the last one, like the beginning of our last video was so interesting.
Had a week.
God,
figuring it out.
I feel like this has been one of the worst. Like I've definitely learned some lessons this week. Mm-hmm. And I think like one of the biggest things I've kind of learned is that I think I really self-sabotage. Like I think like when I start to be successful or I start to like get the things that I want more than anything, like my long hair or like things that I wait a long time to get, and like when I finally get them, I feel like I don't deserve them, and so I like fuck it up. And I think like, or it's like almost like I'm afraid of like succeeding, and I was thinking about that, and I think maybe it's because like when you come from like
oh my gosh.
Wait,
sorry.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Talking too much, that's why I broke it. Can you hear me?
Okay, there you are. I apologize. Oh my God, it was such a moment.
No, I broke it because I was talking too much.
No, we were having such a moment and then it just.
Can you hear me?
So self-sabotage. So maybe it's not you that's sabotaging. It's just the universe energy.
I'm such a moron sometimes though. Like that hair thing, like I legit was just like it's going to be amazing. Like sometimes I'm so optimistic, which I think like is a good thing in terms of new endeavors. And then I end up just like falling on my face and I'm like, whoa, how did I get here? You know?
I think that you had everything that you needed to be successful, but it was just poor execution. You know, like
he could have given a F about it, and he didn't like watch the videos properly with me. And then like when we got to the top part of my hair, he was like, we ran out of the 20 volume, and he was the 20 volume was even just going to do the 7, which is what we should have done. But we were both tired, both cranky, both had a bad day, and so he put 30 on like my baby strands in the front, and those were the parts that were literally
no, yeah,
chunk by chunk by chunk, right? And I had like I was having a mild, it felt like I was having a mild heart attack for like 3 days after. Like my heart was palpitating. I was like, oh, I can't believe this happened. Like trauma mode. Like how do I recover from this? But then like I'll be fine.
You survived.
I'll be fine. I can see the sproutlets like coming out again. I'm like,
well, now you have good content. I'm telling you, videos on how to grow your hair, how to style a wig.
And you need to start taking some supplements and like like getting the proof of it, because your hair, once it gets down to your bottom again, you are like haired them and ready. You're like the girls from those commercials, you know?
I just don't like people to touch my hair. So it just grows because I don't do maintenance, I guess. Like once a year is when I let somebody touch my hair, and like now it's going to be really hard for me to go back after what happened. So
I don't think you ever should, or if you do, I think the first thing you should say is like, if you ever cut my hair short, I will sue you. Like bring in a piece of paper saying like, if you cut my hair
I
beyond
mean,
a certain point, okay, more than 2 inches, I will sue you.
like maybe that needs to be a part of my goals, is just being more like assertive and saying what I want, you know, like just instead of like, I mean, I feel like it's not being rude saying how I feel or what I want, but I have like this habit of people pleasing, and I'll just kind of, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it, or sure, I'll go along with it, without like, I knew she was cutting too much and I could have like said, no, but I didn't want to hurt her feelings, so I let her chop all my hair off. Whatever.
I mean, putting blind trust in people is hard, especially in like, and and that's actually part of what motivated me to bleach my hair at home, was just that like the last time I had to shave my head, it was her fault. Like she accidentally dyed it shitwater brown. It had taken us like 2 years to get that blonde. And you know, like even with my nails, I was spending like $200 to get like gel manicures on like my hands and feet. And my nails finally got like to the length of a fake nail, and she was like, to get off the gel polish, filing the living life out of my nails like they were like fake, and they ended up snapping in half, bleeding at the base. Like it's so hard to find people that you can genuinely trust. And like obviously accidents happen, and like but it is frustrating as a consumer, like when you pay someone who's supposed to know what they're doing. And if you get a girl, for example, like you come in with hair down to your butt, you don't say you want to cut it. She charges you for the length of your hair, and then she cuts it like to like, it was
shoulders. Maybe I'm being dramatic. It was
it was drastic. I mean, and that to me, it's like, I mean, and because you're such a sweetheart, she tipped her, and then she booked another session.
I did. I tipped her a lot.
I mean, fuck. I mean, we've all been there. We've all been there. But like, oh my god, you know.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
some of these places, like it's the inspiration to want to do it yourself, which can lead to like really messing stuff up. It's big because you know, you can't trust everybody. It is.
I'm still DIY. I mean, I guess I can't say that because I'm not the one who just went through that traumatic the trauma isn't fresh with me anymore with my experience, but
I mean, I guess my problem was just like, do it with somebody where like you're at a very peaceful place in your relationship and you can communicate really well in like a collaborative and a fun way. If it starts off like frantic, like that's how it started off with us. He was like, what are the measurements? And I'm like racing through my thing trying to find them and I can't find them. And then I'm like, like if you start something with like a really bad energy, it's probably going to go really wrong.
What would it be? Just to have like, I don't want to say strength, but to have the strength to be like, stop, we're not doing this. Like, this doesn't feel right. We're not going to force it. We're just going to stop.
Totally.
And if you're upset, well, I'm sorry.
Totally. I need to start doing that too. Like I get wrapped up in stuff. Like that's something I also did.
Setting boundaries.
Setting boundaries. Yeah, that's definitely
circle.
Like, I'm gonna write that down. Like getting better at setting boundaries. That's gonna be one of my. I'm just gonna write this on the 4-month plan because getting better.
And I guess that's like what I've really kind of been like thinking about this week is like things that'll really impact my life. And it's like, am I wasting a goal on like washing the dishes? Like, is that really going to impact my life? Right? Like, or is that just kind of.
I noticed that I had a lot of repetitive goals, like things that could fall, like work 80 hours a week and like make us X amount of money, right? Like those are essentially the same goal. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I would kind of write like repetitive goals. And something I've also been kind of doing is that like I don't always write like the same thing in the goal. Like I've been changing it because ultimately like I'm not going to necessarily follow all the rules. Like I don't follow rules when it comes to anything. And I think like if you want to change the goals because they're repetitive or you think something doesn't serve you, like just change it,
Yeah. That's part of growing.
That's more of a checklist thing. That's more of a like under the game plan. Like I'll write out like certain things I want to do, not necessarily at the same time. And then you can like check them off, like clean room, do this, do that. Like I would write those things like under the game plan. That way you can just check them off versus like a big goal. Like if it's repetitive,
Yeah. Because it's not, having a clean home brings me peace of mind and I'm able to be more productive. So I do understand that there is like a benefit to doing that. But
yeah,
I'm like looking at the big picture. Yeah, my back hurts so bad. I'm so old.
Our first week was full of, I think, like lots of highs and lots of lows. Maybe not as many highs as we would have hoped. So maybe like more like a learning curve, right?
Well, for sure. And it's life. Like I wish that I could turn on my happy, cheerful mode all the time. But unfortunately, I have, peaks and valleys. And I'm kind of like in a little bit of a slump at this moment. But it doesn't mean that tomorrow I won't be better or next week or, we just got to ride through and.
Totally. It's all temporary. And I think one of the biggest things that even a week where you don't hit all your goals and you don't see a ton of progress and change, I think just learning to forgive yourself. Like, I think that's been like my biggest takeaway from the week is just like finding forgiveness because creating a new life and a new version of yourself isn't going to happen in 1 week. It's not going to happen in 4 months. But like when you start becoming more aware of stuff, we can change it,
Yeah, and I'm the most impatient person I know. So it's like, if I diet for a day and I don't wake up the next day 20 pounds lighter, oh my gosh, I'm a failure. But yeah, no, I mean, it'll be interesting to look back in a few weeks or, in a few months and just kind of like see the process, that it's not all going to be sunshine and rainbows, but, you just gotta keep going.
And that's how the real work gets done. It's not always going to be pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What's wrong?
I'm gonna send you a photograph. You have to see this. Hold on.
Am I messy?
It's Fatty Patty. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, just like you have to look at this chin.
There's like these little emojis like clapping in the corner of my screen, and it's like my eye keeps. There we go. Like,
wait, is it clapping?
It was like like you can send emojis, and it was like a heart, and when the little guy's like clapping like the entire time. So the flu.
But his like whole side of his face is like mushed.
You need to make him an account. Well, you know what? Oh my gosh, I could just stare at this cat for hours.
He's my therapy cat.
For
he's
sure.
So, like, ugly. He's like my little angel, ugly baby.
Goodness.
How's your puppy? Where's your dog?
She's at the door whining. Let me grab her real quick.
Get her.